man. It's a that eaters was just like I don't know. It's legendary though, but
a lot of chicks probably got fingered there.
Yeah. It's one of those things. Except and even with the Iverson joint, man, it's just like
it's a pissy historical landmark. It's a nigga national landmark.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that.
Even Cat Williams know about Iverson Mall.
Yeah, if you don't, you ain't been to the DMV. You know what I'm saying?
Take it to the mall, man. It's the most ghettoest mall in all of America. Yeah.
That joint janky as shit. Shout out to Iverson Mall.
Iverson Mall, man. I would actually love to see them like tear it down and rebuild it and see if they can do something else with it.
You know what's funny is that I almost feel like it's it would be dope if they did it, but I almost feel like they probably could honestly, like I seen them put a lot of like new stores on the front. It ain't really like
it ain't working. It ain't working.
I just feel like the way it was structured, it would be pretty hard, like expensive to redo it. Think about it, the big ass thing that go over the top of the jump, that tunnel and shit.
Yeah. That's like the same thing with like the space they got right now where Landover Mall used to be at.
That's why I don't think they doing nothing with it.
Yeah, it's just like we have a lot of things around here.
Vacant joints. Man, I remember when they was going to put oh God, I can't remember. It was some type of branch of the government agency over there at Landover Mall. I think it was Department of Health. They was about to put a little like some type of center up there, not the main headquarters or nothing like that, but it was supposed to be like a government location for you to be able to go to, and they fucking canceled. This was about 2 or 3 years ago.
But space out here seem like it don't. I mean, around in PG or in DC, seem like it don't last long. Like certain things, like think about the whole Boulevard project. The Boulevard project was supposed to be the biggest, like the big thing, and everybody was going at one time, and then everybody go out to school, hang out, buy shoes, go to the movies at the Magic Johnson.
I definitely think that shit
fight.
Definitely a lot of that.
You know what I mean? It's just it was just a lot, and then all of a sudden it's just like, man, stores it just kept losing business, and then another store.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I think just with the inflation in general, because I remember I read up on how the Boulevard failed. Mm-hmm. And you know what it was? It was too many fucking shoe stores. They literally said that and they didn't see it coming, it just happened. They just said the level of consumption of like the urban clothes in the stores that were there, it just stopped. And if you think about it, remember, man, it was like they had, downtown locker room, Shoe City was across the street from it. Foot Locker, fucking Foot Action, Foot this, Foot that, every fucking Urban Outfitters. So once they seen that shit decline, that I read up it, they said that's how Woodmore Townsend ended up being born. Because all those people in Losford Road was just commuting to the metro up at Morgan's Boulevard and shit, kind of the people in Somerville and shit like that. And they weren't really necessarily shopping because they didn't have cars. They were just going to like the Kettering Lago little joint to get their food from like shoppers and shit like that, and then going back in the fucking house. They wasn't going to the Boulevard for entertainment. And plus, it was too many niggas up there. They didn't have no fucking security up there. I think maybe at one point, I think maybe they did, but
no, when it got out of hand, that's when it started getting out of hand.
I think when that motherfucker got shot up there. Yeah. But even at that point, it was later. You know what I mean? But when it first was born, like when you just mentioned the fighting era of the Boulevard, when there would be one hood and another hood up there, and they be on one side, the other side be on the other side, and then they pop off, they be fighting in the middle of the street. Yeah.
People used to actually meet at the Boulevard.
That's what I'm saying.
People used to meet at the Boulevard.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Like you remember the South Carolina Kitchen?
Yeah.
Remember the guy who owned that joint? Shout out to him. I can't remember his name, but he went to Suitland and shit. The owner, the CEO of that whole shit. He used to come out to Suitland with the Bentley and shit. Only reason I know him because he used to come and talk to us at the entrepreneurship program. His love for me to get him to come back up there. But he started that whole food chain. But I used to fuck with him real hard. I used to see him sometimes. He would pull up there to check on everything and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But, even I think that influx of that audience, like, you know what I'm saying? It was some ghetto ratchet ass motherfuckers up in that joint. You know what I'm saying? Coming up in that joint. And like I said, between like the outer city people, like DC niggas started, you feel what I'm saying, infiltrating that joint. I think it just spilled over, you know what I mean? Like where you had the South Carolina Kitchen, was I think the Wow, The little pub beside it.
The where Olive Arts. Remember the spot?
Yeah, exactly. Remember that? Remember that? Exactly. That's a good one. Exactly.
It went under, but it was a pretty popular spot at one time.
And then remember when the Magic Johnson Theater first. Fuck.
Yeah, man.
Everybody. Fuck. It was like a disease. Everybody was running up there just to go look at the motherfuckers, see what it looked like in the inside, see how it smells.